Introduction for you. Thank you. Hope it was worthy.
Hey, good morning, Unity of Tampa. Good morning to Dwight Wells, our faithful platform assistant this morning. Thank you for being with us.
And the Dwight Wells Orchestra.
Right.
I get to play the drums. Okay, it's on. Good morning, Unity of Tampa. Welcome all. It's a glorious day outside, and it's going to be a glorious day inside. My name's Dwight Wells, and I'm going to try to work my way through a multi-page assignment here given to me by our minister. First of all, let's see. We're celebrating a very, very special event after the service this morning. Lisa and Mark Menard are going to renew their wedding vows, and once that service is over, there will be food and other kinds of drink in the hall. And as you notice, most of us are not wearing masks this morning. We've taken pretty seriously advice that we don't have to wear them anymore. So, but you can wear them if you feel more comfortable, for sure. So, let's see now where I'm supposed to move to. Down here, there's a way to give to our beautiful church without necessarily being present, or and if you want to give via the telephone, the number is 813-797-6076. And to register, it's just that easy. You can also go to the App Store and download the Breeze CH, capital MS, APP. So there are several ways to contribute to our growing and wonderful church, and we're offering them up to you. I think I've already got to this announcement, but I was given some latitude on the order of things. The mask update I've just spoke of, it now is optional, and I think most of us feel pretty good about that. It's been hard on the community, but we, I think, together have gotten through that. We need, now that we're back, able to go over to our recreation hall and talk and eat a little food, we need Sunday hosts. So If you would be interested in being a snack angel for that, we would appreciate you getting in touch with, I guess, the minister, and so that you could pick out whatever scrumptious foods you want to bring, and it is well appreciated. There's more and more lovely, good things happening in this beautiful building. One is a tail waggers dog walking group. Do you have to have a dog? Yeah, no. In my case, Joanne would probably bring me. So. You didn't hit the big one there. There you go.
You gotta warn me.
Okay, I gotta warn you now. All right. There's meditation every Wednesday at 6:30. There's a Reiki healing Sunday mornings from 10:20 to 10:50, and now we have a grief and recovery support group the third Sunday of the month from 1 to 3. We want to thank you for everyone who responded to the community foods pantry, and I believe we can still give to that. No? Okay, all right. But we really did very, very well with that. And now we're collecting for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and bring items to the fellowship hall, sign up to sort out donations, see Norma Bernard for more info. Something that I hope I'm going to get involved with pretty quickly here, our great drummer Elvon is now having a drumming experience. Is that with drum or without a drum?
With or without, we've got items for you to play on.
All right, he's got plenty of noisemakers to use for that. And that's true, and drums, right? Yeah.
A little warning.
The guy, you can see he's out of control already over there. And we would ask you to sign up for that in Fellowship Hall. Not only is it fun, but it's good to make noise. We are celebrating gratitude today, next Sunday. See, she told me that I would not be able to follow all this, but so I'm only fulfilling her expectations of me. So that's next Sunday, the 21st. Be grateful and be blessed, because we certainly are. We're doing so well with our new building and all the projects that are ongoing. I think you heard about the trip some of us made up to the central part of Florida to look at a possible option for our Sunday school building. I went because my wife dragged me. No, not really. I really wanted to see what kind of construction these guys were doing, and it really is pretty fantastic what they do. So it will be something that I think the board's going to talk about. There will be a Thanksgiving Eve meditation and music November 24th at 6:30, and of course it's open to all. And I think I'm almost at the end here. She's hoping I'm almost at the end. The congregation Zoom meeting, log in and listen, learn what's going on. And last but not least, we have some birthdays.
Yes, and there's somebody that's here that I just found out about, Kathy McCain, her birthday. So add that to your Lisa birthday.
Okay, so we're going to completely embarrass her by bringing this up. No, that's right. So, that's right. Yeah. Lisa Monero from last week, I guess. And what was this lady's name? Kathy.
Kathy is over there.
Yeah.
McCain.
Okay.
First time visitor.
All right. Thank you. Okay. And
Let's
Kathy,
sing him happy birthday, shall we?
that's right.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, God loves you. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Thank you, Dwight. Yeah, thanks, guys.
I love your shoes. How about a hand for Dwight?
Yeah.
Good morning. I am so psyched. I was told we're almost out of parking places. That's pretty awesome news, if you ask me. I think that's just awesome. Thank you for filling up our sanctuary this morning. I'm so happy. I'm really happy today. So let's say first, Sam. I can't see. Where'd Sam go? He's parking cars. Okay, so Sam is our board angel on duty today. So when you see him, he's the really tall guy, and he is available. He's what? Outside the window. Wave to Sam. No. Anyway, he's our board angel on duty if you have any questions. I also just want to say, I know Dwight said we have a vow renewal right after the service. Those of you who want to stay, you can. If you don't want to stay, could you please just exit and quickly, because we want to move right into the service if we can. Okay? Not trying to get rid of you, but I do want us to do that because I know everybody wants to go and have fellowship today. So let's say our affirmation together as though we actually mean it. All right? Are you ready? There is only one power and one presence in the universe and in my life. God the good, omnipotent. Nice job. All right, let's see what Daily Word has for us today. It is prosperity. It says, prosperity fills my life. Current flowing through my home's wiring provides light. But first I have to flip the switch to turn it on. Divine substance, the building block of creation, is the source from which my prosperity grows. But first, I must claim it in consciousness to live a prosperous life. The divine idea of prosperity is unlimited, more than sufficient to meet every need. I know true prosperity when I live from this truth. Giving freely and generously keeps prosperity at the forefront of my consciousness. I know the more I give, the more I give, the more of myself I place into circulation, and the more I will experience. As I give of myself, I increase the flow of prosperity in my life and in the world. And from Mark 4, and he said to them, pay attention to what you hear. The measure you give will be the measure you receive, and still more will be given to you. Pretty awesome. All right, good message for today. And with that said, I am going to hand it over to Elliot in the band. But can I just stop 1 second? I know you're ready to go. 1 second. Julie, how did it go yesterday, your vision workshop? Great, thank you. Please. It's awesome. It's awesome. Thank you for the gift of doing that. We appreciate you. And now, let me get the band going.
All right, guys. It's the holiday season. Can you all stand up with us? Now, I know things can get stressful this time of year, but you guys got good coming to you in 100 ways. All right, we're going to sing about it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I've released 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. Yeah, at least 100 ways for me to receive countless blessings, so I believe. Yeah, there are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. Yeah, at least 100 ways for me to receive countless blessings, so I believe. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. Sing it. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. Yeah, yeah. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. Yeah, my good is coming to me. Oh, my good is coming to me. At least 100 ways, yeah. At least 100 ways, yeah. At least 100 ways. Thank you, guys. All right, we're going to be singing that song, learning that song for the month of November, because it seemed like a good gratitude song, you know, nice and upbeat. Thank you guys for singing. We're grateful for you guys singing along with us. Morning, Emma.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right, so today we're going to talk about the power of our thoughts and what we can release and what we should keep. So our affirmation today is, it is only a thought, and a thought can be changed. The thoughts I choose to think and believe right now are creating my future. These thoughts form my experiences tomorrow, next week, and next year. And our daily word for the kids is, my thoughts are prayers. Every good thought you think is contributing its share to the ultimate result of your life. When I pray, I am talking to God, and God is always listening to me with love, whether I am praying or not. Every time I think a positive thought, I am expressing a kind of prayer. My thoughts today help me shape my future days. If I am thinking pleasant thoughts about a friend and seeing the good in him or her, my future experiences with that friend are most likely to be pleasant. I know that it is up to me to choose to see the good in a person or a situation. My thoughts are like previews of what I would like to see happen. I ask myself, do I really like what I see? Am I imagining the best, or am I worrying about the worst that could happen? I am not the maker of the world I live in, but I do decide how I choose to see that world. Every positive thought I have is a prayer, and I am mindful to hold positive and peaceful thoughts. My thoughts are powerful, positive expectations of good things to come. All right. Ready to
I am walking in the light, in the light, in the light. I am walking in the light of God. In the light, 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 in the light of God.
All right, we have one story today. But before we actually start the story, Michael, Will you join me? 102 years ago, President Woodrow Wilson issued a message commemorating the first Armistice Day, November 11, 1919. That was later renamed in 1954 Veterans Day. Over the last century, millions of brave women and men have defended and served our great nation, protecting our freedoms throughout many conflicts and wars. These great Americans vary in age and experience, yet have one thing in common. They selflessly joined the military to fight for their country, asking for nothing in return. If you are a veteran, would you please stand? Thank you for your service. All right, now I would like to share a story. So, Brightview Senior Living in Annapolis, Maryland planned a big Veterans Day bash. Director Hillary Gibbons and Associate Lori LaRussa are both proud children of Army veterans, and they know the 34 vets in their community deserve lots of love and recognition and a good time. This year, they went all out with a military-style ball. The event started with flag raising, of course, and the national anthem. Then came a recognition ceremony featuring the young Marines, a choir singing armed forces music, and other military members paying their respects. That evening was the ball, complete with gowns, hair, and makeup services, full regalia, special guests, and a giant eagle ice sculpture. But one of the biggest highlights was a performance from the Voices of Vets, a Baltimore-based performing group that provides live music all over the country for veterans. Oh man, chills. The group was so wonderful, Gibbons told us. After 2 years of not having events like these, what a way to celebrate being together, listening to music, and dancing our pants off. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah. So, with that said, we will get ready for meditation. Prepare ourselves for today.
We're going to sing together, I Am at Peace. I am at peace, I am at peace, I am one with the Spirit, I am calm, I am still, I am doing God's will, I am at peace, I am at peace, I am one with the Spirit, and I dwell in the presence of the Lord. I am loved, I am loved, I am one with the Spirit, I am calm, Spirit, and I dwell in the presence of the Lord. And I dwell in the presence of the Lord.
Beautiful words. I am at peace. I just invite you now to breathe. Take some really good deep breaths. And let the words that I'm going to share just brush over your heart. The more you tune into what I'm sharing, you can decide what is meant for you today. I seek the light of God in my life. In doing so, I open the door for solutions to all situations I face. Through that door, I can experience new opportunities to gain the wisdom and insights that assist me in navigating life with the right attitude and improved understanding. I see the light of God as it surrounds me. And wherever I am, that light continues to shine brightly on my life. Following that light leads me away from old beliefs that hold me back and allows me to connect with my divine self. Through my divine best, I reflect that light of God and bring forth my highest good. It is the light of the divine that pulls me away from the darkness and leads me to stretch beyond my comfort zone and learn new ways of thinking and living. Through an improved understanding of my truth, I am no longer restricted by the limitations I perceive as real. I am a living expression of the good that I want to experience in my life. I am a living expression of the divine spirit of the highest power in the universe. And this belief alone sets me free. I take a few moments now to allow my highest good to come forth. everything I need is already inside of me if I just take time to reveal my highest good. The light of God shines brightly on my life, and with my heart and my mind centered in peace, I come back to this moment in time knowing that I will be led to my highest good by just opening my heart. Thank you, Bobby. So we've all faced obstacles in our life, right? You know that feeling sometimes you get when you're stuck? Has anybody had that feeling? I think I'm stuck. Right. So sometimes we're stuck because of our fears. Sometimes we're just in fear. So we feel paralyzed by those fears. And sometimes we're stuck because of our beliefs. And then there are those times we're stuck because we have no control over what is happening. But regardless of the obstacle, regardless of the reason, the one thing we can all attest to is that we always end up on the other side. Somehow, some way, we always experience enlightenment. Unfortunately, most of us only experience enlightenment when we are stuck. So it's kind of interesting to think about, right? We have to be stuck and paralyzed by our fears and our beliefs before we're going to let enlightenment happen. But there might actually be other ways we could do that. One of our favorite family movies is the animated film called The Croods. I don't know how many of you have seen it, but it's filled with life lessons. I don't care what age you are, you're going to learn something from that movie. It's a story about a soul-surviving family from the caveman era. And it's told from the perspective of the daughter who actually doesn't buy into the beliefs the family has. So Eep is her name, and Eep has a very proud caveman father. And he truly believes the only reason the family still exists as the sole surviving family is because he followed all the rules. That tradition came down generation after generation in his family, had been passed along, and he grew up learning to be afraid of everything outside the cave. Sounds like us. Everything outside the cave. That's how he lived. He was afraid of his own shadow, literally afraid of his own shadow, because he didn't experience light. He believed that darkness was the best friend he had, and he needed to stay in the darkness. But his daughter knew better. The movie raises this awareness about all the embedded beliefs that we grow up with. So for just a moment, I want you to think, as I go through this list, of all the beliefs that you may have. And let's see how many you check in your rules, okay? All right, so let's start with appropriate behaviors, how people should act. That's on the top of everybody's list. How about proper eating and exercising? What is right? What should everybody be doing? And then there are rules about relationships. Rules about what career to pursue, what education to pursue. The rules about parenting. The rules about saving money. The rules about spending money. The rules about how you should come to church, act at church. Did anybody grow up with those rules? Yes. The rules about what retirement looks like. According to whom? The list of rules and beliefs that we have adopted in our life are endless. And they become like chains around our ankles, preventing us from ever doing things that don't feel the same as what we know. And then, of course, once we've adopted those beliefs, we give them to everybody. And then they give them to everybody. So the whole world is operating on everybody else's sense of rules. But we were all born with the wisdom we needed. We don't actually need anybody else to tell us what to do. We already have that inside of us. There's no magical power outside. It's all within us. And in addition to the message about our belief system, the one thing the movie conveys is the importance of following the light. From a spiritual perspective, we've all heard about what light is, right? The Bible itself begins with what? God said, "Let there be light," right? That's the very beginning. And that's where enlightenment is introduced to begin with, from a Christian perspective. Many religions light candles in honor of someone who's ill or someone who has passed. Let there be light. India just celebrated Diwali, Festival of Lights. Everybody puts lights in their homes and oil lamps. But Diwali signifies the renewal of life. And it marks the end of the harvest season in most of India. In the Northeast, people had 2 days off for the holiday. It's a big deal to celebrate these different traditions that exist around light. But the path to enlightenment is simple. It's about illuminating our lives and improving our understanding and renewing our thinking so that we don't become stuck in our belief system. The question I have for us today is, could we actually figure out how to be enlightened without being in trouble? Right? Could we think about enlightening and growing ourselves if we didn't have an obstacle to face? Is it possible? I think it is. So first is thinking about understanding enlightenment as an inner journey. Knowing that you don't have to go read anything, you don't have to go find something, you just have to be quiet and listen to what's already inside of you. It's not about being smarter. It's not about being more dedicated to meditation. Because if you're meditating and it's difficult, and for many of us it is, right? It's difficult to just go from a really busy day to Om, right? Neck all stiff, right? Come on, tell me you don't meditate like that in the beginning. Right, you all just go, oh yeah, I'm at peace, right. I don't believe you, just so you know. But within us, we have these answers, and we'll arrive at them in our own time. And this is the real kicker. I don't care how many people you ask to help you. No matter who we are, we get the message when we are ready to receive it. We know what is ours to do when we are ready to receive. And no one can rush it. No one can tell us, take this magic vitamin, and I know you're going to feel better. All we can do is share our own experiences to enlightenment and allow others to hear it if we think it will help, but not sell it as our belief system. Second thing we have to do is to recognize nothing in life is permanent. Nothing. Our lives are in a state of perpetual change every single minute of every day. There is no permanence. So if you know there's nothing permanent, why are we holding on for dear life? We need to be okay with the fact that we are going to have to change. Feeling stuck is nothing more than us being held hostage by our belief system. I truly believe that. Because the only thing in our way is us. If there's anything we're stuck on, we need to get out of the way. Because as soon as you let go of your belief system, as soon as you let go of what just happened, you have the answers. But the answers can't come when your mind is filled with the rules. Third thing is we have to practice letting go of our beliefs. If they no longer serve us, why do we hold them? Like, whoever invented that dessert was after dinner? I mean, is that really a rule? I don't know where that came from, honestly. Who said? I think dessert is dinner. I'm fairly confident about it. I'm just saying. Is there much else we need, really? I mean, honestly. But I do think that we have to do the same thing. You know, we take care of our personal computers, right? We put Norton on there, and we have all these protections, and we scan our hard drive. Do you ever scan your head hard drive? Think about it. We need to start scanning. What are the stories playing out all the time? I should this, I should be that, I should do this, I should do that. I'm not enough, I'm not too much, now I'm too much. Now they're telling me I'm too much. It never stops. So we have to start scanning so we can, number 4, adopt new beliefs. Not going to make room for new ones till you get rid of some of the old applications, right? We all know the system runs better when you get rid of the old and you start putting in the new. And once we achieve that heightened awareness, we're open to getting the new. I want to share a story with you, true story, about what happened to me yesterday. So, Thursday and Friday, I was working in Worcester, Massachusetts. And after 8.5 hours of facilitating on Friday, 3 flight delays, 2 terminal changes, okay, I finally got on my plane at 9:20 Friday night. So, me thinking, well, I have to make the most of this time, I'm going to work on my talk. I had parts of an old talk from years ago I wanted to use, like this movie, to drive my story. So I worked for 2 hours and 20 minutes of the 3 hours and 10 minutes we were in flight, and the 4 hours and 10 minutes I was on the flight. Okay, so I was all proud of myself. I landed at 12:30 a.m. I got in my car, I drove myself home, and by 1:05 I was in my house. No, not quite, 1:30. So I was really proud of myself, right? My talk has started. I won't have to spend all day Saturday on it because I got a good start. Except on Saturday morning when I opened my PC, there was nothing there. from that talk. Nothing. Now, you have to understand, I live by my computer, so I'm not inadequate. I couldn't believe it. So, Jeffrey comes into my office and he's, doing magical 20,000 things. Guess what? It's still not there. I'd forgotten I hadn't logged on. So I didn't save. That file I had opened was in the cloud. So it couldn't save to my PC unless I'd created a new file. But I didn't notice that because I was too tired. So I won't lie. I busted out crying, had a really good old-fashioned cry, and then 15 minutes later, I actually thought, God has a great humor, great sense of humor. I'm writing a talk on getting unstuck, and I am stuck. I couldn't even believe it. I actually, it turned my whole day around as soon as I had that sense that this was the experience I needed to have, and that if I would just get out of my way now, because my initial thoughts were, how am I going to recreate? What am I going to do? And then I just stopped, and I thought, this is almost ironically comical. And as soon as I did that, I just waited. And then I started writing, and everything that I was thinking before came back and better because I wasn't forcing it. Unity co-founder Myrtle Fillmore talked about how we can begin to achieve enlightenment, including the importance of following the guidance in the Bible to be still and know. And that's what I had to do. Be still and know. She explains that we spend most of our time in the outer pleasures of life, and that those outer pleasures are like the moonlight, sometimes very beautiful, but it doesn't help the power within us to come forth. She goes on to say that the silence is like the sun. It is always shining. It brings forth the best that is within us, the image and likeness of God that is waiting to be brought into activity. Let's take a look at our takeaways for today. Following the path to enlightenment requires us to remember enlightenment is an inward journey. Seek to awaken the divine truth rather than intellect or knowledge. Recognize nothing is permanent, everything's going to change. Number 3, release our old beliefs that no longer serve us and determine which we are having anchor us at the moment. Which beliefs are holding us back? And number 4, learn to trust our inner wisdom. Intuition is always available to light the way if we would just get out of the way. Our affirmation today is, I am on the path to enlightenment. Let's say that together. I am on the path to enlightenment. And I want to end with a great quote from Aristotle Onassis. I love this message. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. Let's pause and take that in for a moment. So we give thanks for the gift of light, the inner wisdom that exists within each of us, and the wisdom that connects us to the magical universe we live in. Universe filled with energy. We get to choose how we use that energy, for good or not for good. We affirm our ability to enlighten ourselves at any given time, in any given moment, by finding a way to be still and know. Amen. If you have a prayer for us, please fill out a prayer card or reach out to one of our chaplains or go online. We are always here to pray for you. And with that said, I'm turning it back over to Elliot for joy in the journey. Yes?
On all of the paths that have pointed to peace, in all of the cures that have promised release, the message was in all of these. The joy is in the journey. The joy is in the journey. The joy is in the journey. In all of the books I've read and reread, in all of the lectures that play in my head, the wisdom of the great ones have said, the joy is in the journey, the joy is in the journey, the joy is in the journey. Now don't get me wrong or be misled, my friend. No, I've had my share of the blues. When I get down, I am held back again by someone who has been there too. So in all of the good times and all of the bad, in all of the chances I've forgotten I had, the kindest thought always comes back again. The joy is in the journey. The joy is in the journey. The joy is in the journey. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Back up, Elliot. I was like, oh, I'm so into the song, I forgot I needed to get back up here. So I want to just pause for a moment. I want to thank Chris and Elliot and Alvon and Michael. And Nicole, thank you for always getting us on Instagram. I know I need to remember to thank you for that. And David, thank you for handling T-shirts. And Duncan's up there. And my husband is somewhere. And Michael, I don't know, he's up there too. There you are, hiding. And Michael Williams, thank you. We appreciate all the people. And Sam, again, our board angel today. You didn't hear it because you were parking cars. Thank you. That's his second job when he's not being a board angel. All right, I want to remind us, you know how you can share your gifts if you want to support our efforts here. But the bigger thing for me is that you support yourself in prosperity consciousness. That's the most important thing, that you get into that consciousness. So let's see how good we can do on saying our prosperity prayer. We have faith in God as our instant, constant, abundant supply and supplier. We have faith in God to open ways when to the human sense there is no way. We have faith in God to guide us in all our ways, and our health, happiness, and prosperity are assured. Thank you, God, for your abundant good now flowing forth to meet our every need. Amen to that. Thank you so much. All right, Elliot, off you go.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all by myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I find when I'm struggling just to make it through, day. I've got to let it go. Gotta let it go. And this is what I have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, it's only up to God. There's no more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, it's only up to God. Yeah, I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, it's only up to God. There's no more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, it's only up to God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, it's only up to God. There's no more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, it's only up to, one more time. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, it's only up to God. There's no more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, it's only up to God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, it's only up to God. 'Cause I am free in the Spirit. Yes, it's only up to God. Thank you, guys. Woo. We love that energy so much, Unity of Tampa. Thank you. Thank you. And while we got you standing, we're going to go ahead and sing the peace song, and then you guys can head over to Fellowship Hall. Stick around for Mark and Lisa's service, whatever you guys care to do. So thank you so much for being with us this morning. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God as creator. Family on our we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
So let's join together now and sing our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is great. thank you for being here today. Oh, you are so nice, Mark. Thank you. I so appreciate you. Thank you. Hey, you gotta go out and start filming people before they leave. Did Melody ask you? Just ask people if they want to say 10 seconds of what they're grateful for. No more than 10. I owe you 3. Oh, so nice to meet you. Your daughter has a beautiful voice. Oh my gosh, we love it when she sings. I'm so glad you came. Well, we love her. Thank you. It's nice to meet you. You can read that later. We had such a good crowd today. I'm so happy. Okay. Yes. Just saying, it's been 1 year and 2 months since I walked in here.
What's going to be Christmas Eve like?
I can't wait.
We have to think about that. Something.
Yeah, well, we're going to put a tent outside, I guess. Have a revival. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I know you came over for other reasons, but I'm really glad you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. That's lovely of you. Bye, honey. Do your video. Did you do a video yet? Do a video before you go. Mel, 10-second clip on what you're grateful for. Nicole and Melody should be out there filming.